So today's video, we're going to do an exit plan, a well-received, a well-obvious choice because I did a really nice price prediction video. That's done very, very well. I appreciate the views, I appreciate the new people, and if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe. I don't often ask, but it does help. There's a lot of people not subscribed, and it will help if the numbers go up so you can see more of this content. But we are going to talk about exit plans, me personally. On this post-it note, I'm not going to reveal it on the other side here. I have like a list of key levels, but a lot of them are like, I'm going to ignore them because they're far too close. I've had to go onto the log scale. Now, this on the screen is the unique addresses. It's still climbing, a couple of thousand every day. That's healthy. The developments are still going. And I know you're going to say, but crowd loans. Yes, I know, crowd loans didn't really work out. This is why Polkadot 2.0 is very, very important. But as we talk about this in the room here, we need to talk about the log scale. It doesn't look great, does it? But there's staking, 7-day unlock. Staking's pretty good on Moonbeam. I like it a lot. We've got to talk about potential areas to buy. We've got to talk about potential areas to obviously sell. There's a big elephant in the room here. Polkadot unlock, the 24th of October. This is going to be a part of it. Now, my opinion, I believe that more people are going to stake their Polkadot, or they're going to put their dot that they're getting back into projects. We may well see a rise in the price with Moonbeam because you've got an opportunity here to buy. Talked about this on my Twitter. Feel free to follow me, by the way. People will buy. Why? Because you've got free tokens from the crowd loan. You've already locked up your dot, and now you can buy it at 18 cents or maybe even lower at the time. Okay? Kind of makes sense, right? And then you can stake it, earn a reward, and win-win, kind of ish. You haven't really got anything to lose because people that were buying their dot or had their dot bought into the crowd loans knowing they were going to get free GLMR anyways, and they get their dot back. So it's kind of really like, yeah, okay, if you're a long-term believer. If you're not a long-term believer, there may well be people that sell off. Dumbasses, basically. But let's talk about other things because I think this is important. Moonbeam, right? Now, I put a random number in here. I put Polygon. I know it's random. I've talked about price predictions here in previous videos, as you know, through the prediction video. There's a lot of people talking about some really crazy numbers. Now, for me, I'm not 100% sure about the all-time high and the low levels and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we've got some numbers and stuff. It's fine. Cool. However, that being said, this has never seen, and this is the most important thing of this video, this has never seen a bull market. This has never seen certain areas. So we don't know. We just don't know. So there's going to be a big element of take your money out, but let it run because we don't know. I think that's important to get out. Okay. Now, let's talk about some obvious levels. And then I'm going to show you something else in terms of why I think this way and a little bit of a methodical element to it. Now, the reason why I've gone to the log scale is just to make it visually clear. Let me explain why. That's what it looks like without the log scale, and it will be a bit of a nightmare to do a video. So, first big, obvious, juicy level that we need to take a real consideration at is obviously this level here. This level of rejection and this level of support, roughly around 60 cents. Now, you may be thinking, well, it's not really much of a thing to worry about, but for me, if you're buying around these levels anyways, let's be fair here, 18 cents, maybe a bit lower for some people. Cool, right? And I would say TP 10%. Not 10x, 10%, come on. Now, that's my overall opinion on it. The reason why I say that is it just kind of makes more obvious sense when you think of it in terms of that area. Now, when we look at that, yeah, cool. But we're going to take some money off the table at some point, but we've also got staking rewards as well, right? Now, for me, I'm going to say this, and I want to say it at a very, very clear area. Roughly around $1, I will probably unstake majority of my bag. Whoops, what happened there? Don't even know what happened there. It died. But yeah, you get the idea. So the reason why I say about that is because of the 7-day unlock, but I don't have to unstake all of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to unstake yet, probably about 50% of it, so I've got some liquid elements to it. So it may well be as simple as unstake 50% and then take off 10% TP, right? That could be pretty logical. That is a huge gain. It doesn't look like far away, but if we're talking about buy orders around this point here, that's still a 5x, right? Okay, cool. You've got more liquid elements, because the one thing with this, and I'm going to say this now, and it's kind of obvious, we've never seen a bull market. There's a lot of sell side liquidity because it's died, and it may well shoot once you hit levels like this. This level here of resistance, right, once flipped, might well just absolutely shoot towards $2.33. If you've got most of your bag staked, or if you haven't taken money off the table, you might well flap, and it may become a bit of a problem. So then this one becomes the next obvious level, in my opinion. And I would probably say unstake the rest, and then again take out all of it. So it's very, very simple really. Unstake and then do another TP. Kind of obvious when you think about it in terms of logical terms. You don't want to be caught out in the emotions of it, but at the same time you just want to kind of have enough money. This is where the grey area comes in. It's kind of obvious, right? We've got an area up here of $5. Now, for me, it's kind of obvious. Following the theme of the other videos, let's be honest here in terms of an obvious plan. Even this $4 level, I would probably say the most obvious thing we can do here, TP 20%, right? Whoopsie, can't even work trading view anymore, which is fair enough. TP. That allows us to very simply have 50% in the market still with a whole big let it run potential. This is where it's, as I say, grey area. We don't know where it is. If it falls and we start to melt, yeah, take the rest of your money and run. Put it that way. But we don't even know if we're going to get this far yet. This is the thing. It's a massive grey area. You have got to look at other elements of the market. You have got to look at the likes of the total 3 chart. Let's just see where this is. Obviously it's a scam right now. You can see that. But if this is going to stupid levels and starts to slow down, you may want to take your money and run. Same with the total 3 BTC chart. If this starts going very, very high, it's going to get very, very interesting, right? Because the dominance has changed massively. Same with the BTC dominance. If we start seeing this melt and it's gone to new lows, you may be thinking, well, end of cycle's coming. So don't just go blindly on price targets of individual assets. Look around you. Look at all these different things, right? But that's my personal thing on it, right? When I look at it. Now, overall, as I say, let me just change that so it looks like a normal thing. There we go. And then when we talk about the end part's quite simple. We do not know. From say $5.90, we could be just going, let it run. Let it absolute run. Because we just don't, as I say, we just don't know, right? Let it run, yay. So that's simple. Simple, obvious key levels. Now, this is weekly structure, higher time frame sort of stuff, right? Where we're looking at the bigger picture, right? What I do and what I do in this market is just me. It's how I methodically think. I know people are like disgruntled about dollar cost averaging. Oh my God, people. At the end of the day, this is what I've been teaching for years. Now, if you don't know this, I do online content. This is my company. It's been around for a while now, since 2018. Now, feel free to check out the pricing. You get all the courses with it. A lot of people do ask me how do I do stuff, but they don't actually look at what I do. Check it out. You get all the courses included, right? Seriously, the time to learn and understand is here, right? This is very different to Patreon, by the way. Patreon is just extra videos and a community. Now, the reason why I say this is because a lot of people are not enjoying the price section at the minute, but they fail to recognize that there's cycles. They fail to recognize that these areas here are like opportunity. If they bounce, you take a little bit off the table. If you want to, you don't have to, but if they bounce, you've got a bit of maneuverability. When we talk about the bull cycle, and we talk about cycles in itself, 4 years and all kinds of stuff, what's kind of been happening, there's opportunities there to make money. That money will eventually come around. It's scary to think that. It's scary to think, oh, it's just hopium. But the proof is in the pudding. The BTC cycles, Ethereum follows the same thing. And obviously the altcoins, money moves around. It's wealth creating. If Bitcoin bumps, it's going to move into altcoins, and stuff like this will eventually go up because it's developing. It's got a team. It's perfectly healthy. It's got a lot of stuff happening. But there are some obvious grey areas. As I say, we don't know where this is going to go. Now, the final bit I want to talk about, and obviously we talk about levels of interest, and let's just talk about this $4.50 level, right? And if we're looking at this level here, $4.50, even if you get to that point, right, where you're buying roughly today's market, you got a 24x, $3.5 billion asset Doesn't sound too inflated, does it? But if you get to that point and you still have about 50% of your entire bag in at that point and the rest of it's running, every single 18-cent move, if you're buying today or whatever price you're buying out of the lows, is a multiple. That is where it gets scary. That's where all the hype will come into the market. That's when everyone gets excited, and that's when you can start taking profit. Cool, right? Anyways, enjoy. If you like my stuff, leave it a like and comment if you want more exit plans.